The contacts are really freaking bothering me.
Put your glasses on.
I'm going to here in a minute.
Okay. And
do a little mixy. Little mixy.
Oh, you believe. Oh, I am recording. Okay. Cool. It's working. Hey, handsome man.
Are you recording me right now?
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing that you're recording me right now. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Lee Dunn Cabin Life. You have just tuned into the best episode that we're probably going to come up with, and we'll probably come out with this week anyhow. Next week we know we have a few good ones lined up also. But you're behind the scenes right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and go over some things real quick, just to. Oh, there's the neighbors.
Hi.
Neighbors.
Hello.
Well, the neighbors. Those are our bedroom neighbors.
Hi.
Bedroom neighbors, yeah. Brothers and all like it.
So.
Oops.
What
you got?
We're going over the belt. Scott, do you want to give the demonstration of how the up north the Deadstream belt works? Did you want to go over the Deadstream belt documentary or?
Sure, but I think you just wanted to dress up like Batman today.
No, that was last week. That was the Batman episode. No, this week is the Deadstream belt documentary. We're just gonna go over the normal wear that we have up here. First of all, you gotta have your normal mixed drink in a Crown bottle. If your Crown runs out, you gotta just mix whatever you have in the Crown bottle. And then you got your 84 lumen mini mag. All right, on your hat. You have to make sure that you come equipped with the pen attachment there, so you can. All right, and then once you get that all set. Okay, well, let's go over the belt. First things first. You got your electronic smoke. This is compliments of Scott DeVries today. He informed me that they make these just kind of disposable, like 800 puff things, so that if you don't smoke but you want to, and you often feel the need to, you can just pick these up at your local Hindu store market. And then, so yeah, there's a good spot for it right there. So you got your shot glasses. All right, go to the belt now. You got your knife that comes equipped with the spring-loaded action here, and then you got the window shatter in case you know if you get stuck where you run off the road, okay, in your car. Right here you got your seatbelt cutter. All right, you just hook this right around your seatbelt. You cut your seatbelt, and then you take this end of it and you shatter the windshield or the window next to you or the nearest window. Okay. That's how this thing here works. So you want to make sure you always have one of these here on your safety belts, alright? That's a good place to keep it right there in front, because it's a good chance after you're done using these and you put these away, you might need this if you're driving around, you know, a watery area. So you got that. Zip ties, these are invaluable. You can use these to tie them to your belt. You can use these to tie anything that doesn't have the proper belt attachments. So you want to make sure that you have your zip ties on your belt at all times. We'll just keep going clockwise here. Well, clockwise to you, counterclockwise to me. Here you got your other silver spring-loaded, which is more visible. It's most, and then you keep the tip. The tip is broke off of this one, which we keep around for. It's invaluable when you need a flathead screwdriver. Or you could send it in and get a new one. They'd probably replace it. But I like to have the tip broke off just in case I need to adjust the air intake on a burner and I need a flathead screwdriver. So that's right there. And it's really good to have too because it's visible. Silver, and it looks sharp, so that, you know, if there's anybody around that you need to deter away from you, you have this here on your belt. They can see it pretty clearly, whereas the zip ties are pretty black. They wouldn't even know that you could cuff them. So, moving to the right, you're going to want your Bic lighter. You could put any lighter that you want, really, but a Bic lighter always seems to work, and they're pretty inexpensive. They're a good one to have right there. If you don't have the Bic lighter attachment for your belt, you want to use a cheap lighter such as this, so that, you know, if it was to happen to fall out, you wouldn't be out a whole lot of money or anything. Over here you got your keys. You got your you got to make sure that you have your squirrel tail here in case you have some kids around, some little kids around, and you want to make it look like you got a squirrel in your hand. You just kind of let them. See how the tail move there? And it looks like you got to pet him.
Hey Batman, let me get those 2 shot glasses.
Alright, well, and you're going to see here how these come into play. Oh, that one fell out. That's why it's best to have the exact attachments that you need. We had to compromise using the invaluable zip ties for it. Both of them probably would have slid out the top if I would have had the regular attachment, but when you're up here in the swamp, you just have to improvise, you know, and use what you have available to you. Next, we're going to go on a move. Let's see. So you got your cabin keys, your all the things that you need. You know, if you want to go to the YMCA and work out, you have your little stick here. This is most practical in the case to keep on your keys in case you were to lose your keys. If you ever lose your keys and they just happen to be laying on the ground somewhere, more likely if there was money on your keys, somebody would just keep it forever. But if there's not money on your keys and you have this YMCA card, usually somebody will return it to the local YMCA, and then the YMCA will call you and let you know that your keys are there. I've tested that theory out at least once and it worked. Over here, you got your cell phone. Alright, but back to the zip ties, the invaluable zip ties. We used the zip tie method to hook the cell phone to the speaker box. Because if you're out in the woods and you're just having fire, or in most applications, your cell phone speaker is not going to be loud enough. So you're going to want to have your speaker box hooked up to your belt, okay, so that you can get the proper volume that you need to have. Amen, brother. All right, moving along the belt. Over here you got your gun holder. You can use any regular strap that you find around the house. You just kind of take the strap and put it on your belt and throw your gun in it. That's it. And you got your flask. That's pretty self-explanatory over here. Let's see, where are we at here? You got your Bowie knife for big knife applications where you have to use a larger knife. The belt itself is actually just a safety harness for a tree stand when you're deer hunting. But if you use it correctly, you can pretty much use it for any application. You can use the part that connects to the tree. You can wrap that through itself and use it for either a Jack Daniels holder. It'll hold a whole fifth of Jack if you leave it undone. But if you'd like to use it for a flashlight holder, you tuck it in itself and then you just use that there for your flashlight holder. Your safety gloves, of course, you're going to want to have. And that pretty much is going to wrap up the belt for the night. There's other attachments and accessories that you can buy and that I always usually use for this space back here, but we're not going to get into all that right now. A lot of times I'll run the belt through a toilet paper roll and just kind of keep that right there, because you never know when you're going to need some toilet paper, and then your buddies can even just kind of use it for, they can pull it right off if they pull hard enough and it's tough enough toilet paper. So you just want to use your head. You can use the belt in any application you can think of pretty much, but we're going to mostly use the belt right now just to take off and use for less weight to have, so that we can put more weight in our stomachs with this friendly whitetail lovely caramel whiskey shot, as you can see here. Scott will be wearing this later. We'll be featuring this in the white. There we go, in the whitetail fifth holder right there, like that. Scott is also wearing the same safety harness belt that we use up here in the dead stream. So, all right, well, we're gonna wrap it up for that for now. Join us for our next episode, which will be probably around next August in 2015. See if we can come up with, we'll fill you in on the new belt accessories at that time. You don't want to miss it, so hold your breath. Goodbye. We're country. Goodbye. We are country.